So, what if there was a hidden mathematical code that explains the entire universe? Well, we've stumbled upon this fascinating, almost cryptic text that claims to be exactly that, a whole new kind of mathematics. It's this wild stream of equations and concepts that promises to show us a hidden order in everything. Today, we're going to try and crack this thing open piece by piece. Right at the very heart of this whole system is this strange but really poetic phrase, harmony, beautiful mess. It's a total paradox, right? It suggests a world where chaos and order aren't fighting each other, but are actually, deeply connected. And that's our goal today, to decode a system that promises to find perfect harmony inside what looks, at first glance, like just a beautiful mess. So, to figure this out, we're going to follow a clear roadmap. First, we'll tackle the enigma itself. Then, we'll learn its unique language of numbers. From there, we'll see how it all connects to geometry and its core philosophy, all building up to the big one. Does this thing actually contain a new universal formula?
All right, first up, the enigma. What are we even looking at here? Because this is not your high school math textbook, that's for sure. It's more like a puzzle, a continuous flow of arithmetic that somehow weaves in these deep philosophical ideas, creating a system that seems to play by its own set of mysterious rules.
Think of it like a really unique recipe. It starts with ingredients you know, like addition and multiplication, but then it throws in its own strange techniques, like literally sticking numbers together to make bigger ones, or adding up their digits to find some kind of hidden signal. And on top of all that, it layers in philosophy, geometry, and even spiritual ideas. It's really its own complete logical universe.
Okay, so let's peel back that first layer and try to understand its unique language of numbers. We're basically going on a hunt for the patterns and the recurring signals hidden inside this code.
It all starts with something pretty simple, a question we can all answer. What's 1 times 2 times 3 times 4? The answer, of course, is 24, a simple calculation. But in this system, that number is a key. So tuck that number away, keep 24 in mind. Then the system hits us with a totally different problem. What is 7 plus 8 plus 9? And the answer is also 24. Okay, wait a minute. We have two completely different paths, one multiplication, one addition, and they lead to the exact same number. That's not a coincidence. That's a signal. The system is basically waving a flag at us, saying, hey, pay attention to 24.
So how are these weird connections being made? Well, we need to learn two of the system's special rules. First is something called concatenation, which is just a fancy way of saying you take numbers in a sequence and literally stick them together to make a bigger one. And second is the digit sum, where you just reduce a number by adding up its digits. These two tricks are the secret sauce it uses to link ideas that seem totally unrelated.
So, we've got these numbers and these strange new rules. But how does any of this connect to the real world? Well, that's where we find harmony in geometry. This is the system's way of grounding all its abstract logic in something physical and real. Buried in the middle of all these equations is this really mysterious phrase, Pythagoras 3, 4, 5. It looks like a typo, maybe, but what could it possibly mean? Well, this is the big clue that connects the entire numerical system to a universal principle of harmony. You probably guessed it. Pythagoras is almost certainly a stylized way of writing Pythagoras, and 345 is a direct shout-out to the famous 345 right triangle. Now, this isn't just a random factoid. This is the anchor for the whole system. It's what connects the abstract world of these numbers to the concrete, harmonious principles of geometry that literally govern our reality. Okay, so we've got the numbers and we've got the geometry, but what does it all mean? Why is this important? To answer that, we have to look at its philosophical framework, the why behind all the math.
You see, the whole system is seen through the lens of three core ideas. First, quadar, which is this idea that everything is connected by a sort of destiny. Then you have kejuliktan, a Malay word for stickiness or cohesion, which describes the unifying power of certain numbers. And finally, munasabah, which insists that all these connections are actually logical and coherent, not just random chance.
And this is a really crucial point. The system itself argues that it's not numerology, which is all about mystical symbols and hidden meanings. It claims to be a system of munasabah, something based on pure logic, coherence, and relevance. The argument is that these connections aren't magic. They're part of a deep logical structure.
And now we get to put all the pieces together, the numbers, the geometry, the philosophy. This is the moment where the system combines everything to make its most stunning claim, a potential new universal formula.
The final piece of this whole puzzle is this long, kind of complex sequence of what look like random numbers. The source itself describes it as Fibonacci-like, which suggests there's some kind of hidden pattern of growth and progression buried deep inside it.
Now, using that concatenation rule we learned about earlier, all those separate numbers are merged into one single, massive integer. I mean, at first glance, it just looks like a random jumble of digits, right? It looks like pure chaos.
But remember, the whole point of this system, finding the harmony inside the beautiful mess. So, the big question is, what could possibly be hidden inside this ridiculously long number? And here it is, the final move. We're told to break this massive number into 3 very specific pieces, and then simply add them together. This is the big, climactic calculation of the entire framework.
And the result? Out of that long, chaotic, messy number comes this: 999,999. It's this moment of just perfect, shocking simplicity that emerges from all the mess.
And this is the grand finale, the final connection. That result, 999,999, is all about the cohesive power of the number 9, and that links directly back to that philosophical idea of KJ Legetin, that cosmic stickiness. It even echoes the number 99, which the text connects to the 99 names of God from Islamic tradition. The system's final claim is that everything fits. It's all munasaba, one single coherent logical truth. Which leaves us with one last thought to chew on. Is what we've just walked through a coded map to some kind of universal truth hidden in the fabric of mathematics? Or is it a testament to the incredibly profound, intricate, and beautiful human search for meaning and patterns in the cosmos? I'll leave that one for you to decide.